Hi guys, Andrew from Polo Reef here, talking about this summer and the summer recap. Honestly, it's been an amazing, productive, but crazy summer here at Polo Reef. The amount of capital projects going on. We didn't open up one tank, two tanks. We had over 5 new tanks opening up, including pond proposals and a 6th one coming to you very shortly. Guys, check out the summer videos for all these crazy projects, and we can't wait to show you what's going on in the fall.
The 900 finally made it home, and the puzzle pieces are brought out to begin the plumbing process. Good thing, Polo Reef has 2 legends in the hobby, John and Tusi. They are at a masterclass level when it comes to plumbing.
I can't be outside and in here at the same time.
I know, so finish out there and then...
All right, I just gotta put the edges on.
Oh, okay.
And
You did both sides already?
Yeah, and clean up.
Oh, cool. Did you route it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When I get going, I get going. Don't worry. I'll make up time. That's why I get speeding tickets.
With the plumbing complete, more materials came out to start the aquascaping. You can never have enough rock to begin the process. When John and Tusi ran out of pieces, they simply just made more. At Polo Reef, the first step is always safety.
You have tube for?
So take the fumes from the glue while we're gluing in the tank, because the fumes are very, very strong. So we'll create a draft.
With very little aquascapes done on a drop down of this size, it was tough for the team to get started.
The challenge is basically where Jonathan is standing up. When you have a tank that's deeper in one end and shallower on another,
I don't know.
I just look at it from here and I see the big pieces that you call them bulky from this one.
I think it's gonna come out like come up and out like this. I want to be high here.
Right. So, but you're gonna go a little higher, okay?
No, this is gonna be rock all the way up to here. We gotta build this whole thing up. Like this is gonna be an island. I hate when it's solid. We're not building a retaining wall. We're building a reef.
What's the theme here? What are you doing on the scape?
Vision it that way. I thought the whole here up, whatever falls from this line up, is gonna be acro. Native, but then there's no inspiration for it. You know, there's not many drop downs out there.
There's no. But again, there's not too many of that out there either. Look what you did.
What began as a slow start quickly became a sprint. Once the team hit their strides, there was no stopping them.
Yeah, that looks actually pretty good.
I can't see from there.
Yeah, I like that too.
One by one, the rock was shaped and glued, put into place. The team simply rinsed and repeat. As the aquascape began to get higher and higher, Andrew became inspired.
This is my valley I always wanted right here.
Yep.
And
It's 3-dimensional.
yeah, it's 3-dimensional. This will be the high part, so we'll have probably a lot of acro on this side. I really like this reef wall, so we can actually just paste on zoas or stuff like that.
This looks great.
After hours of work, it was time to check in with John and Tusi.
I like it, I tell you too. So,
Yeah, but you beat around the bush. You gotta pan around and take a look at it from
I
here.
like to prolong it.
I mean, it's just so balanced.
It looks fucking perfect. It looks amazing.
Like, I don't know. For some reason, it's better from this spot than that spot. We have to move the couch.
It looks good from every spot.
With the vision taking shape and guidance from Andrew, it was time to put the finishing touches on the scape, which meant more rocks.
They're nice and cozy.
Yeah, it's getting a little cramped as we put more rock, you know.
Progress was being made, and Andrew started to have an idea of what coral we might see in the tank.
Andrew, what do you, when you're seeing this being built, do you like picture what coral's gonna go in there? Do you have a plan for that?
Sometimes I have a general idea. I mean, I can clearly see the aquariums are gonna end up top now, and the LPS on the next level below it. Then even below that, on the sand, more lower light LPS.
After 3 days of fumes, chiseling rock, and moments like these,
Your fucking pebbles.
I disagree.
Done. Making black coffee, no sugar.
the aquascape, it was finally complete. The 900 gallons started to take shape, and it looked beautiful. Let's check in and see what the rest of the team thought.
It's looking good.
This looks great.
It looks good from every spot.
I'm really digging it.
With the aquascape complete, it was time to hook the system up to the sump. Polo Reef uses an advanced plumbing system. Here's John to explain how it works.
We just finished scaping the 900 drop down. We made some changes to the left-hand side here, where we brought it up steeper and opened up the bottom a little bit. We filled it with water from the 17,000, and now the flow of the water is as follows. We have a closed loop on this tank running an ABIS 400, where we draw water from 4 1.5 inch inputs and return it through 12 1-inch returns. The plumbing for that's down here. We have a suction manifold and a return manifold. We also have our drain and return from the sump, which flows through the floor and about 100 feet down to the sump. It's also connected to the 150 cube anemone tank in the office, and they flow to the sump collectively. I'll show you guys the flow of the water if you guys want to follow me. Water drains from the overflow box in the tank. There's a pipe, 2 pipes that are underneath the concrete slab here that flow behind the 17,000. So from the 900, there's a 3-inch and 2-inch pipe that run through the concrete slab here and open up under the fiberglass decking down there. They connect with the 2-inch and 1.5-inch pipe from the 150 in the office, which is the anemone tank. They are teed together in the trench and go from connect to a 4-inch and 2-inch that run all the way back to the sump. After the water from the 900 and 150 are teed together, they flow in this path here. They flow underneath the lab floor the entire distance. They flow underneath the elevator that we use to bring the salt in. And they flow to the other side of this room in the sub-basement. And then it's too loud down there. Then drops down to the sump, which is about 20 feet below this floor.
Setting up the 900 was a relief, and excitement, it was clear amongst the team. Being an expert in the hobby, Andrew knows that patience brings rewards. After waiting years to complete the 17,000 gallon, what's waiting one more year? It was nothing but another day at Polo Reef.
Finally, after a year plus, we have the 900 gallon in, plumbed with salt water and cycling. And we're really excited that the scape came out great. The lights that you're seeing here right now are just temporary. The Illuma Magic 4X's are coming within a week or two, and that's the main light we're going with. We're pretty excited about that. Really looking forward to this drop down part and putting coral, low light coral, even against the back walls a lot of acans, a lot of zoas. Why don't you tell me what you think would look great in this tank? Please leave a comment down below on what corals you'd like to see in this tank. We'd love to hear your ideas. The waiting game now starts with the ugly stage and finishing this cycling. By late fall, hopefully we have a beautiful reef tank. See you next time and have a great week.
Cool thing happening today. If you guys remember on our Facebook group, we had the Tank of the Month challenge, Polo Reef. We did it for 4 months. We had 4 winners. And out of those 4 winners, we picked one, which is the grand prize winner. And that was Rocky, known as Coralito Online. And we're flying Rocky to New York. He should be getting here in a little bit. He's gonna get to see this tank in person and the rest of Polo Reef. And we're super excited. It's gonna be fun.
The Polo Reef Facebook group is a wealth of information and knowledge. You can join by following the link in the description below. Now let's get back to it. Before the winter arrived today, the team had some prep work to do. And when it comes to having guests, Andrew knows how to entertain.
This is for him.
Party time!
Check. Who's here? I wonder who's here.
Oh my god!
Surprise!
Hey Andrew.
I'm supposed to be good. You may need a drink.
Probably.
Yeah.
What's up, JC?
I even put on the waterfall for you.
Oh my god. Oh my
Really?
my hair.
You don't have
Oh my god, it's so much better.
Oh my God! Congratulations, Yeah!
Rocky felt right at home and immediately started talking shop with Andrew.
So I want to show you, Rocky. I can finally grow corals like you because I'm going to have the same lights. 12 X4s.
12 X4. I remember you told me 10 X4s.
They originally said 8, and then I think we figured out because of the spacing of the bars that 12 was the right number. 4 in each section.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wait, so 12. Okay, yeah, that would work. 4, 8, 12. Yeah.
Yep.
Rocky is a wealth of knowledge and even had some advice for Andrew.
You do this side and then front.
In the cave,
In the middle, yeah.
In the cave.
Yes.
Right.
You can put some more there.
Right, which means I have to keep building out, you're saying?
Yeah.
Another layer of as it comes forward. Yeah.
What's a polo tour without checking out the lab?
But here it's like standing up.
As they finished checking out the back, they ran into a familiar face.
See you. Finally. Yeah.
So what do you think?
You know, my hair's been, all over the place. Beautiful. It's so different.
Before they continued their tour, Rocky and Andrew traded some top secret tips.
First of all, don't tell him I cheat, but I have like
I do too.
ESV fluoride that is much stronger than his.
I do too.
You're cheating too.
Yeah. But I told him though.
We hold the secret.
I used 4 other elements.
But you never get set up the wind chimes. Right? No, unless I can find them a boron.
Why are you scared?
He got the best friends from all of us.
I know.
Okay, I don't want to
Whoever
sound...
cut him
I
bigger
don't want to
after he
sound-
came back. They tried to make up for the time in Germany.
I do.
Remember, I was out. I was late in
You
the
were
game.
out, but you got him a month or 2 later.
Yeah, I know. I
I don't
remember.
want to sound like a sore loser, okay? But you did get the best frags, and I even spoke to Kevin about it.
After catching up and admiring the 17,000 gallons some more, it was time to head outside to see the polo pond.
We're going right now. Koi Pond. I can't wait. But the champion's not here. Jennifer Aniston's not here. I'm sad.
Rocky has a koi pond back at home, so he was blown away.
Hold on.
No, you
I have to like take it in.
Take it in, yeah.
Wow. Oh my God, I want to get in there and hug them. I love the showas, the tanchos.
Yep.
I'm not really into Kohako, but because they're like, they always win,
Right.
it's like, you gotta have them.
Right.
But they're not my favorites. I was looking forward to meet Jennifer Aniston, but she's not there today.
And our red guy that matches the orange, the nicer one,
the young-
our Asagi. How about our real Asagi?
Yeah.
I can stay here all day.
It's been an action-packed day so far at Polo Reef. There's still a lot more to see. Let's check in with Rocky.
Oh!
I'd say he's having a good time. Everyone decided to head upstairs to start the tour again, beginning with the 2500. Tusi joined in and took Rocky on a tour of the sub-basement. What's up, Dunn?
We just finished the tour. It's definitely amazing. It's the sump is kind of scary. I feel scared down there. Tusi did a great job, explaining everything, how it works, and what are the future plans. It's crazy. I don't even want to be in there. Way different than what you see on Polo Reef Instagram. It's so much better. Crazy. The corals, the fish. I feel like I take everything for granted, everything that I see online. Finish the tour and it's time to have some dinner.
Rocky headed back to the hotel to get ready for dinner, while Andrew and the team stayed behind to pull out all the stops for the Tank of the Month winner. It was a classy event to say the least.
Hey there. Welcome back. Hi.
I'm Glycer.
All right, guys, here you go.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, let's make a toast.
Yes.
We're gonna make a beautiful toast. Congratulations on being the Tank of the Month winner. That was not an easy one. There was a tough competition. But we knew it was coming.
to do?
Let's toast to this great hobby that brought us together.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Andrew prides himself on sharing what he has built with others. It's what he loves the most. Today was no exception. Rocky came into Polo Reef with a smile, and he left with some Polo swag.
Well, grand prize winner, you also get some Polo Reef swag.
Oh my God, thank you. Here is like standing up.
Congratulations again to the Tank of the Month winner. Do you want a chance to win? Join the Facebook group by following the link in the description below. Now back to you, Andrew.
We had a beautiful dinner and a beautiful day with the Coralito, Rocky, and Russell.
First of all, thank you so much for having us here. It's like a vacation, going into Polo Reef, seeing everything, and it's really amazing what Andrew does. And forget about the tank. What he does to the hobby, he's amazing. He's a treasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and we're glad to have you. Your tank is fantastic. It's been photographed a zillion times on Instagram.
Thank you, Andrew.
It was an amazing, amazing day. We are proud to have you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Really proud to have you. Hello everybody, Andrew from Polo Reef here. Happy summer. Summer is a time where we should all be relaxing and having downtime in our fish tanks, correct? Not the case with Polo Reef. We have a ton of projects that are actually coming to their conclusion. We're gonna start with the 900-gallon drop down. Jonathan, please take it away.
Thank you, Andrew. We are running the tank with some blades right now to get some algae growing while we wait to install our Magic 12 units that will be hanging above this tank. We have a bunch of snails that we have in here, trying to keep the algae population under control while we get through our ugly stage. We have developed some dinos that we've added some pods to try to help combat. We've also added some super fresh live rock to increase the biodiversity. We've also actually added some test pieces of coral, being that we seem to be winning that battle, which are doing excellent, by the way. Currently, we have another batch of pods that we'll be adding because the first batch did wonders as far as knocking down our dino population and helping things along. The last major process for this tank is to hang these lights. We have to modify the ceiling so that we could accommodate everything. We got to move some lights back and the speaker into the main room. We got to move the drop ceiling forward in front of the tank so that we have a solid surface to hang all this equipment from. With the progress this tank has been making in the last couple of weeks, we expect by late summer to have some fish quarantined and ready to go into here, as well as a ton of coral that Andrew's been accumulating in our bullpen back there in quarantine. And we should be able to get this thing looking like a reef by late summer. Back to you, Andrew.
I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about the main display now. There are some exciting things and some little minutia things going on with the main display. Let me start with the small things. First and foremost, we made a bulb change, metal halide bulb change in the front. We changed our radium 20K to Ushio 10K. At the same time, we took the white off the 1,000-watt max spec LEDs and made them all blue. The other thing that we've been doing and trying is the new CRC Allen Vo concoction food. And generally, we're liking what we see, especially in the LPS corals. And we can see it basically throughout our lab, much fluffier LPS. SPS, vote is still out in my opinion, certainly not any worse. The tank is basically being run right now on autopilot. Most importantly, what I'm most proud of and where I'm spending most of my time. Inside filming 360-degree educational and relaxation videos for over 220 pediatric cancer hospitals. This is an unbelievable undertaking to get this tank in that amount of hospitals. Now let's go to the lab where a couple of more capital spending projects are going on. Let's hand it over to Joe Tusi to talk about the two 280-gallon tanks.
Hi everybody, welcome to Polo Reef. As you can see in the lab, we got the 280 already cycled, and we are putting in all the beautiful corals that we have on hand. This tank is plumbed and it's been working now for about, I would say, good 2 months. We are also working on, you see this is the temporary chiller that we originally had, which is not large enough for this tank with the metal halides on. So basically, we're going to be putting a much larger chiller that's going to eventually go into this closet here. We are going to be doing the dosing through hydros. As you can see here, we've been doing some testing in these bottles to make sure that they are exactly as they claim they are. And there you have it. Back to you, Andrew.
One tank already looks pretty fabulous, and we're really excited to get the other one going. But now I'm going to hand you back to Jonathan and Tuzi to talk about the 2500, which is a big project in the Sump.
We have been working on the sump for the last couple of weeks, maybe month or so, putting in the baffles, getting it ready to accommodate the rotary drum filter, testing the rotary drum filter, and getting all that situated so that we could actually get this thing running. The way the rotary drum filter works is the water falls from the 2500 and it goes down to the top of that T. Kind of percolates up and overflows kind of into the RDF, and then it flows out the other side of the filter and goes underneath all the baffles and returns back to the side it started on and kind of bells up in that bigger pipe. That way all the bubbles are brought to the surface, and then the baffles are there to slow the water down so that the bubbles could come to the surface, so that we don't end up with micro bubbles at the pump.
So as Jonathan was saying with this drum filter, one of the biggest challenges we had was the drop of water from the 2500 two-story down, that it doesn't create that big push of water going through the drum where it could overfill it. So we came up with a few different options where we had to test for about a month just doing that, where we had to change piping and so on and so forth, where we could collect that drop of water. At the same time, it's almost also being used almost like a degassing. And I think we perfected it when we tested the drum filter. It really works nice. Yeah, and basically this tank is still cycling, which is the ugly last stage of it. The tank had been strictly running on a closed loop, you know, for the past, what, 2 months, 3 months?
4 months, 5
4
months.
So, you know, believe it or not, we got a couple of testing corals in there that they're still alive. The Slimer is growing actually with all of that's going on, so we can't wait.
We'll send it back down to Andrew.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Tuzi. I wanted to bring you a little bit in front of our 4 quarantine holding tanks. You can see they are pretty loaded and full with a lot of chalice, the torches. And we're collecting so that we can get these 2,500 and 900 gallon tanks done quickly when they're ready. One particular tank is an anemone tank, and so the next 24 to 48 hours, we'll probably be moving these nems and clownfish back upstairs to the 150 cube where they belong, have this baby empty for some more. And now I'd like to bring you outside and some updates on the pond and pond builds. Come on. Okay guys, so we're at the pond. I'm just doing a little feeding myself here. It's better to feed these guys more often and less amounts, just the way your saltwater fish should eat. And I want to give you a couple updates what's going on here. I already outgrew this pond. And now I understand what that means. Koi we're getting are of such high quality and caliber and competing, and we still have a lot of koi left at the farm to pick up that are ours. We're a little nervous bringing our show fish here for the moment. Secondly, we had 2 or 3 months of flukes that came from who knows where. Believe it or not, flukes are harder to get rid of in koi than they are in marine world over there. A lot of these flukes are resistant to praziquantel, and a lot of the fish have been, the problem fish have been scraped, and I think we're clear. We got pond number 2 with the waterfall up and running. We'll put some lilies and plants, and then the big plans I'm gonna show you in a little bit. Koi can't take a lot of direct sun. It's not great for their skin. They get ulcers, they get redness in the skin. The lateral line can pop a little bit. They can actually get skin cancer. So we hung this kite up here. It seems simple enough, but it actually needed 4 poles placed in the ground with footings. So that whole process was a bigger deal than we thought. So with that, I'd like to take you to the backyard which is probably the next koi project. Come on, follow me. So I'm on my secondary deck right now next to the pool. Many of you have seen this entrance. This has been a long-standing project that we've wanted to do. What we want to do here is raise the grading up to the pool level, or about the pool level, and we're going to do a indoor-outdoor massive covered kitchen, porch, fireplace, shower, bathroom, TV area, so we can hang out during the fall. Now, what we want to do is to create a path that takes you to our new pond spot, which we have decided, well, I'm probably in the water right now. There's going to be two ponds here. One will be a 35 by 18 rectangular pond, 6 feet down. And a secondary pond will be 12 by 14, 12 by 15 for quarantining, medicating, and probably build walls, either brick or brick and glass. Give us a comment below whether you like the stone brick wall look with lights shining on the wall, or you like it more open and more modern with glass. We'd like to hear from you. Thanks to the Polo team, Jonathan and Joe. Couldn't have done this without you. And Yeltsin is taking such good care of the animals. This is a great team, guys. And I really appreciate it. Here's my chance to say thank you on film. I want you guys to have a great summer. Enjoy it, be with your family. It's really hot out here. I'm gonna go cool off myself. Thanks, guys, out. Look at all the space you have here now.
That's a hard place to reach, but yeah.
See that space?
Yeah.
Maybe this piece is small enough to go there now, the long way.
Maybe, but then I would like to take a lot of this up. Or something, I don't know.
Okay, fine.
You know what I mean? I can put this one maybe a little higher and then that one right here.
Correct.
So this one is not, we'll see. I will have to check in there.
Okay.
And then, well, I think first I'm gonna take this one out.
I agree.
See how even
See what
goes.
it is, yeah.
Then I maybe take this out as well because I know I'm gonna look at this.
Yeah, I agree. And then that one can go down.
This one, yes, down here.
Yeah.
Or down here.
Correct.
And I
You
will
take the
this
copper.
one.
Correct.
Yeah.
I agree.
After discovering the white spots, the team had to take action quickly. To avoid a potential outbreak, Patty will have to dive into the tank to further investigate what's causing the issue. It's always safety first. Polo Reef only allows those scuba certified to dive into the tank. Even though it's shallow, being on scuba can always be dangerous. After conducting a pre-dive check, she heads into the water. Patty wears a weighted vest to stay in place while she works. Once situated, she takes a breath off the regulator. This is to make sure that everything is okay before proceeding on to her mission. Dunn is right above her as a safety, just in case anything goes wrong. Unfortunately, there seemed to be more infected coral than what was initially thought. She will need to delicately remove the infected corals for inspection, one by one. This can get tricky. Each of the coral has a neighbor that could potentially break if she moves the wrong way. There's a lot of coral in the 17,000 gallon tank. It becomes a delicate dance when Patty has to tiptoe around to avoid breaking or even stepping on coral.
She's just giving you a lot of shit.
Yeah.
With her hands full of living coral, Patty realized quickly the urgency of rescuing these sick colonies. She knew that they needed treatment right away, and Polo Lab was the perfect place to get them inspected. She moved quickly but carefully to get the coral handed off to Dunn and into triage.
You can leave that there, I'll grab it.
Okay.
Dunn was ready to grab the infected coral from Patty. He quickly brought them into the lab to be investigated by Jonathan. The team acts fast to determine the issues and find a solution.
This one's loaded with nudies. I don't see any eggs though, which is weird. But with white specks, like right there, is the problem.
Dunn double checks the infested corals one by one. He is looking for eggs or anything else that just doesn't look right. The Polo team has been doing this for a long time, and over the years, they have developed a great eye at identifying pests that could potentially harm the coral.
She took out the rainbow and she took out the one where the effluent was. But that effluent is not getting enough light anyway. I don't know how damaged it is, but
Maybe that I fucking go.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
The coral has this white spot where it's something's killing it, whether it's bacterial or parasites. We found parasites on the one that I showed you. I don't really see anything on this one, but this one looks clean. This is probably just bacterial. But we're gonna put a paste on it made with antibiotics, and hopefully, we've had some good results with it in the past, but it's still kind of new.
What do you need?
This is going to Patty? That's going to Patty.
You
Double check. The Montepore eating nudibranchs will treat with dips and removing them manually. And then the bacterial infection will be making the paste, the deamoxicillin, and calcium carbonate and applying it to the infected area. To minimize a lot of our risk, we remove these sick corals and treat them in our quarantine tanks back here so that there is minimal risk to the display tank, and observe for other infections or possible problems neighboring corals.
Patty's check out some coral that we don't know whether there are pests or that's light bleached. Some of it is to make room for these huge anemones which are stinging corals on top. So right now, she's looking underneath to see how encrusted I guess that piece is. It's a copper, and it's not coming out easily. So the first pieces we're going for are the ones that need to go out and checked first. That's the plan. Then we'll make some more room for the anemones. There we go, she's got it. Beautiful. So that piece had flatworm eggs. And that piece needs to go up and get rehabilitated. It had some pests on it. And we knew it because the piece didn't look right. It needs to come out, we need to scrape the eggs physically, and we need to keep dipping and dipping and dipping. Every 3, 4, 5 days, we'll dip the coral. And as the eggs hatch, the dip kills the babies.
All right, gotcha. It's not a lot. I am going to scrape it and then
try to look for more. Right now, there's medication in this tub. This will help release the firearms to get them off. But the most important part is make sure that you eliminate the eggs.
Now that the infected corals have been pulled, Andrew needed to find replacement corals to fill the 17,000-gallon back up. In true Polo Reef fashion, he had a lot to choose from.
We're trying to find a coral that it is going to play nice with the other corals around it, and also to have a different coloration so everything is not the same color.
Right. And then that one dark spot, cover that one dark spot.
Exactly.
Let's try these two.
All right. One or the other.
I think both. I think one in the high spot
And one on the side.
and one down low.
The high spot, the side spot.
Where the Frankenstein was too dark.
Oh, yes. Okay. That way yeah. All right. I'm thinking that one for where the Frankenstein was, and then this one for the body.
Down. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
After Andrew selected the replacement colonies, it was time to head back into the water. This is where the real magic happens.
Look at this beast. She's gonna size it right here, right now. I think it's gonna be too big.
She got straighten it up.
Yeah.
Spin. Spin the long. No, the other way. The other way. That way.
Like that.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out how to mount it.
You give her that epoxy, she gotta raise the front.
The team uses underwater epoxy to secure the coral to the rockscape. It's completely safe for fish and harmless to the coral. The first one fit in nicely. It's time to place the next colony.
It's enormous. These are.
Yeah, huge plate. You'd almost have to move that one to the back.
It's so big that it's touching and shading the other pieces around it.
The 17,000-gallon has a lot of coral. To promote better growth, Patty has to trim back some of the branches to avoid shading the coral below it.
Surprised she needs so much epoxy and glue on that. I guess it's weighted that way, so that's no big deal. Yeah, it looks like she's good. This is going to be good. That's very good light for that coral. That's perfect light. She moved the white piece over to the inside. Only have this gigantic space on the right, but I think that piece is going to be too big for that gigantic piece.
That's the big one.
Yeah. That's not good. Patty, thumbs up, spectacular. 0. There was no light there. In that crevice, there was no light. So now we'll check for bugs on the Monty.
Common name is sea spiders. They can get huge.
Hope you guys like this video and this content. I know that you guys love to see the stuff in the back and the teamwork involved. If you like this content, please subscribe on our YouTube channel so we can bring you more of this content. Thank you very much. See you next week.